Yesterday happened, and it was a very, very humbling defeat. Being defeated 3-1, it wasn't something I would have envisioned. Like, it wasn't something I was expecting. I thought that our team was really, really up to speed. Like, we will fight for the points. We will go there, and even if we are going to be defeated, it wouldn't just be by the time we are reaching the 80th minute, 90th minute, everybody has just resigned. Everybody has accepted that we are going to get a defeat. That wasn't in my vision board. That wasn't something I was looking with this Chelsea. I thought even if we are going to be defeated, it will be that one late goal or a first half goal that will be fighting and they will be defending for their lives. But it just looked that like Maresca was outclassed. Like, we were outplayed at most parts of the game. There was nothing we could change, even our substitution, even the way we were struggling to come back at the game. It was just like a thorough defeat. Like, I think by the time we were reaching the 70th, 80th minute, everybody had agreed. Everybody had, accepted the defeat, which is a bad thing for a team going for Champions League, because it's different. It's different when you look at Liverpool, because Liverpool have been 2-0 down on several occasions, and you could see how they reacted within the game. You could see at other teams, you could see at teams in Barcelona, you could see at Real Madrid, and those are the teams that we should be comparing them. Liverpool, Arsenal, probably Man City, even Barcelona. You see, you can see them when they are 1-0 down, 2-0 down, and how they are able to react to the game and come back. For us, it was just a humbling. Like, it was the same game with Chelsea versus PSG. Just this time, we were the PSG. Like, we were outclassed, outcoached, outplayed. We were just running all over the field. And funny thing is that I don't blame Maresca for it. We have probably, overrated this team for long. And if you go back to my videos just 2 days ago, and I said it after that draw with Brentford, that our CBs are not really, really, really world class CBs. I have seen them play for so many games, and even seeing them defending, it just looks like they are really, really not confident enough to just stop the ball, defend head, just have control of their space. It always looks like they are struggling. It always looks like the easiest defending situation always looks harder to them. Whenever we are attacked, whenever we are countered back, it always looks like the team will score. And I said it like, if you have a defending situation where you can't go, you keep on conceding these goals. And I compared the Josh King. I said that if Josh King and the rest were able to get at us, were able to score a goal, were able to create problems for us in situations where in Liverpool will just handle it very, very smoothly, in situations where Arsenal will not even be troubled. If we meet a strong team, like, we will not be able to come out without a goal. Like, we'll be concede a lot of goals, and this was the case. And it wasn't even because Bayern were very good. Like, the 3 goals they scored were, an own goal, which was a situation where we could just handle it correctly. A penalty, which again, you could say that we shouldn't be in that position to concede that penalty. And then, giving them the ball, and all those 3 situations where you think they're easily defendable, we concede the goal. Now, here's the thing. As much as I don't blame Maresca, I have analyzed Maresca for a long period of time. And I think for every game we have won, he's always a tactical coach. And the good thing with tactical, or having players that can, like, having tactics for every team, is that Sometimes teams are not able to read you. Teams are not able to know who you are playing there. Teams are not able to handle you when you are on your game. But other times when the tactics are wrong, it always fall flat. And for some period, it wasn't falling flat because Maresca was spot on. Like his tactics are usually a hit or a miss. When they hit, we win every time, every single time. And he has also admitted to that sometimes he usually likes to change. And whenever he changes, sometimes they hit and we win comfortably. But then there are those times when he misses, and when he misses, it always falls flat, like we are always getting defeated. He did it against Flamengo, and he admitted, he said that, I was trying to put this player, this player, this player, this side, and we were beaten 3-1. And this time also. And even from the time last week we were complaining, like, why are you subbing these players? Why are you giving these players? Why are you taking the Brentford game for granted? And we get to withdraw, and then we come here, and then the same thing that he had planned for this game from that time also does not work. So we are losing. We are losing on two fronts. We are losing on two fronts. Like we are losing in Premier League and we are also losing in Champions League. And I will say this: it's not even about. I know that tactics sometimes usually hit, and they will hit. Sometimes they will hit against Barcelona, probably. They'll hit against the other team. They will hit against. Sometimes they'll also miss. But the problem with me is that if if we keep depending on tactics to win the game, it would be a 50-50 affair. It would be like a gambling situations where if you are good, you are good. If you are bad, you are bad. And that will 100% not guarantee the title. It will mean that sometimes we'll lose more games that we'll probably have won, because teams that usually win the league, you'll know their tactics, you'll know how they're going to play. It's just that you can't defend against that. Like every team, even with Tuchel, just going back for Chelsea with the Tuchel, everybody knew how they were going to play. Even in Champions League, everybody knew. Everybody were prepared to know. Everybody knew that these wing backs and these wing backs will be attacking. They will be creating wide. They will be narrow in the center. Like we all knew how we played. The problem was stopping how we play. With Antonio Conte, we all knew how he played. Like Hazard, Diego Costa in front. Then you have Victor Moses coming in to join them. Then defending. Then you have Matic and Kante doing the same thing every week, every week, every week, every week. And teams knew how we were going to play. They just couldn't stop it. For some time now, we always knew how Pep would play. Like we knew they'll be passing around, crossing to Haaland. At that time, they will be having Sterling, and we all knew how those teams were going to play. Nobody stopped them. Even with Liverpool, we all knew they were going to spam crosses. They were going to play that hoof and puff ball. They were going to try overload the center and then just cross, and then try to create a counter, have Salah long balls. But nobody could attack, and that's why they win the league, because you can't stop them. You know how they are going to play, but you can't stop them. You know this person is going to take the ball from here to here, but you can't stop them. You can't tackle them. You can't be faster than them. You can't. And I think that's the only way we can win the Premier League. And I think now we don't have that team. Like our team is very, very dependent on probably the tactics working. Like sometimes if you are blocked, you have been blocked with Crystal Palace, with Brentford, and now you have been defeated with Bayern Munich. And those are just 3 games out of 6 that you have played. Have you played even 6? No, 5. 3 games out of 5. So the hit ratio is 2 to 5. That cannot give us the league. Now, The big problem with us, I will say, is the CB situation. I have seen it even in the games that we have won, that we are not very solid at the back. And every time our team is trying to attack us or attacking us, we always fall flat. Will always look like we are going to concede a chance. And now the transfer season is over. There's nothing we can do. We can just change probably personnel. Just probably wait for maybe Fofana or use a Champong. I've said that suggestion, and I don't know why they're not putting him in. Probably the manager knows best. But if you're going to have Tosin there and Chaloba, that combination, I don't know who makes the other weak, but I just know that we'll keep on conceding. We'll keep on conceding, especially now that we're going into a period where there's teams with a lot, and better quality people in front. For me, I think probably we are not ready. With Champions League, we can go hit or miss, and probably just qualify. And then maybe on February, probably when call will come, or January if we sign somebody, then maybe we can put our funds. But Premier League, I think by the time we are going to change anything, the points will be the difference in points. Like right now, I'm just admitting that we probably will not win the Premier League. After seeing the 5 games, I was delusional. But now I'm just accepting, and some people say this is emotional. This is not emotional. This is just accepting where you are. After meeting a decent team, when you meet a decent team, that's when you know your level. And I don't think we are at that level.